Good morning, kids. Welcome to day one of home learning. In this video, I'm going to go over what you're going to be doing today for day one because you have science scheduled for day one. I'm also going to go over your three responsibilities that you are responsible for during this time of home learning. And I'm also going to go over a little bit of information on the project that we're going to be working on, as well as some logistics, okay? I'm hoping that this video is not going to be too long, but hang in there. It's the first one. It might go a little long. Okay, so first off, hi, good morning. I haven't seen you in forever. Actually, that's not true. I saw some of you yesterday. I delivered materials on buses, so that was really fun. And so I got to see some of you. I got to see Dulcie. I got to see Landon. I got to see Sterling. So hi guys, and I saw other people that I didn't mention. I forget. It's early. It's only 7:12. It's fine. All right. So let's go over what science is going to look like in this home learning environment. The first thing is the most important thing, which is you need to make sure that you have logged into your school email. Yes, middle schoolers have email now. Yes, you can contact me through email. You can contact anybody through email. And it is important that you log into your email because there is an invite from me if you have not already clicked accept to our Google Classroom for science. I know that lots of you have already logged into our Google Classroom, and a lot of you have been using Google Classroom in other classes, which is awesome. But that is the platform that we are going to be using during this 10 days of learning. In addition to that, you also have a packet of materials from me. So if you go ahead and take a second right now, gather all of your materials that you need for science. Pause the video, that's fine, I'll wait. You need to be able to have everything in front of you so that whatever it is I'm talking about, you can switch from thing to thing, okay? Go ahead and do that now. Okay, so on that packet of materials, the first thing that you'll see is the Science Home Learning 2020 letter home that I wrote. On there, the first thing on it has our schedule, okay? This is your schedule that you will be following for these 10 days of learning. It has all of your subjects that go down vertically, and then it has the days horizontally, okay? Today is day one, March 20th is day one, and if you see, we have 60 minutes of science scheduled. Now, before I get into, let's just talk about it now. What you will be doing for that 60 minutes, and this is your first responsibility. You will be working on your meiosis and mitosis animation project. Underneath the letter in your printed out materials has a printout of your criteria for success. Go ahead and take that out. There's also a digital form on Google Classroom, but you can look at both. I don't really care. Whatever. All right, so you've got your criteria for success. Underneath that is, actually on the back of that criteria for success is the rubric for the checklist of what I'm looking for in that model. We'll go over that in a minute. Then you've got your vocab list that we have started to make in your notebook. And then underneath that, you have 3 pages of notes, drawing notes that I have done that are very similar to what I would draw on my smartboard, okay? And then under that, you have a larger packet of the slides of the Amoeba Sisters videos that we looked at to take notes, as well as what I actually wrote on the smartboard for what you took your notes on. So I know I've got a couple of kids that are freaking out because they don't have their science notebooks and they don't have their notes. That's okay. You now have all of the materials that you need and that you did have when you were making those notes. So you can either use what I have given you, or you can use them to take your own notes, or you can find those videos even and take your own notes again. So any way you'd like to do it, that's fine, but you have the information, no need to freak out, okay? All right, so that's everything that's in that packet. And that leads me to your 3 responsibilities, okay? So your 3 responsibilities during these 10 days of learning is, number 1, work on your meiosis and mitosis animation project, okay? Number 2, Every single day that we have science scheduled, you will need to do an exit ticket quiz that's due at 7 p.m. on the days that we have scheduled science. So today there is one that's due at 7 p.m. And that quiz is designed for you to show me what you've been doing for that 60 minutes. Because how the schedule works, it's not like you're going from one thing to the next thing to the next thing, because we're not going to do any video chats really for the majority of our class time. It's going to be time that you keep track of doing the subject that you're supposed to be doing. So because of that, I needed something for you guys to be able to show me what you've been doing for that 60 minutes. So at the end of every day that we do have scheduled science, you need to fill out an exit ticket quiz and show me what you've been doing. Either write it or take pictures of what you've been doing and upload it to the quiz. Okay? Then the day that we don't have science is when I'll be emailing all of you to say, yep, awesome, great, you're on track, you're doing great, or nope, you haven't been doing your work, you need to stay up and to stay caught up, okay? So, and that leads me to your third responsibility during this time is to read the classroom stream and to answer your emails and keep in contact with your teachers, okay? So let's go ahead and look at Google Classroom. So if you open your email and you find our science classroom page, it'll first bring you to the stream, okay? That is where I will be doing posts of everything. That's where I'll be giving announcements. That's where I'll be posting science snaps, which are optional science activities that you can do. But that's really what you need to read to keep you need to keep up to date, okay? Wow, that was weird. That got a little weird there. Whatever, we're moving on. It's fun to laugh. This is like the second video that I've done in like 3 years. It's fine. All right, so read the stream, and if you have not already, please do so. And there's even a secret direction to see if you're actually reading the stream, so I'll wait for you guys to do that direction once you read that. And then once you understand the stream, you can hop over to classwork, and there are 3 topics, okay? There are resources that are for you in terms of ideas for how you can do this animation project. There's an I choose not to be bored section, so if you're done with everything that you need to do and you still want to do some science, you can go ahead and click there. And then the last topic is our DNA. So that's where the exit tickets will be shown, and that's where your meiosis and mitosis animation model is. Go ahead and click on that assignment, and the Google Doc, the first thing that you'll see is the criteria for success. So let's go ahead and look at that right now. I'll wait. All right, so instructions. You will be making an animation of the steps of cellular division. You can choose either to make a flipbook or create an animation or a claymation video. At this point, if you have not already talked to me about being in a group, you're working on your own. If you are kind of like, this is a lot of information, Miss A, I'm not quite sure what to do, stick with the flipbook. It's way more complicated to make a stop motion video. The flipbook, it'll do just fine, okay? So then if you scroll down, you'll see the description of how genetic information is passed on. This is the meat of our standard, okay? You will be using your model to describe how genetic information is passed on through mitosis and through meiosis, okay? So make sure that you answer those questions, and then you make a plan and provide a procedure for how you will get this all done, okay? And then if you go all the way down, there's the rubric, and in the rubric has the checklist criteria for success. So at the end of this project, your model needs to show the steps of mitosis and a description of what genetic information is passed on as a result from mitosis, and it needs to show the steps of meiosis and a description of what genetic information is passed on as a result of meiosis, okay? So that's the criteria for success model. And if you go back to your Google Classroom and you look at that assignment and you scroll down a little bit, you'll see that I've posted the 2 videos that we actually used to take those notes. So there are links right there that if you'd like to look at that, you absolutely can, okay? All right, so I think that is it. Just as a recap, you've got all your notes. It's in the materials packet. Your 3 responsibilities during this time are to work on your meiosis and mitosis model, do the exit ticket quizzes every day that we have scheduled science, and keep in contact. That means answer any emails that I send you, email me with questions that you have, or message me on Google Hangouts, and read the stream and stay up to date for the announcements that I post, okay? And this video turned out way better than the last one. It's only 10 minutes. Awesome. Well, I guess it'll be 11 minutes, but the last one was 12, so I'm going with this one. All right, folks. Just a last thing. So I've mentioned that you can contact me. I will be contactable pretty immediately from 7:30 a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. every single day. Please do not message me at 10 p.m. Okay, just because you woke up late and you didn't get your schoolwork done early enough does not mean that I need to freak out and answer your questions, because probably I will be asleep. Okay, so my dad has a saying. It goes, poor planning on your part does not warrant a crisis on my part. Okay, so part of staying in contact, part of staying up to date, is keeping a log of the time that you are going to be working on each of your subjects, and also doing them in a timely manner, okay? Just because we're not in a classroom doesn't mean that you don't have responsibilities and that you don't need to follow expectations. You absolutely do. We are here to help you, but you need to meet us halfway. We can't do more for you than you can do for yourself, if that makes any sense. All right, folks, I hope I was entertaining. It ended up being a 12-minute video. Oops. Okay, I guess it's just going to be 12 minutes. But you guys rock. I miss you a lot. I'm here to answer any of your questions today. I hope everything made sense. You got this. Day 1. Let's go.